funding opportunities, materials, and collaboration across Africa, and then organize events, most importantly, workshops, which will be hands-on training that members can participate in and get a hands-on experience. So the purpose of the Genetic Society, as I said earlier, is to build that community, create an advocacy and educational unit across West Africa, and then organize awards, competitions to support members. We are also interested in the exchange of researchers across West Africa. So if, for instance, I'm in Ghana and I know that there's a lab in Nigeria, I could go there and do a training program for a short time and come back, and we could do this exchange across West Africa. We could do similar thing with partner genetic societies in other countries in other parts of the world. And talking about that, we currently have a project in line where we would have a monthly seminar series between the Genetic Society for West Africa and then the Genetic Societies for Europe. And this seminar will be a way that we can get to interact and know each other. And we can discuss that deeper later on and integrate that. So as you are well aware, this is West Africa, and currently we have members from Nigeria and Ghana. There are other members from Mauritius, South Africa, but I think the majority of our members are coming from Nigeria and Ghana. This is an opportunity for all of us as the geneticists to network with our collaborators or partners in other countries so that we work together. Okay, so as I said earlier, our numbers are growing and we are seeking more members. For us to be able to work together as one and build such a strong society, each and every one of us can play an active role. So currently, as at last month when we had a meeting, there were 2 executives, that's myself and then Prince. At the moment, we have increased the number. The vice president and the Nigerian representative is Professor Charles Adentuji. We have 2 science coordinators who are going to help us in reaching other parts of West Africa and also developing content and materials to help organize the community. So we are happy to have the 2 science coordinators, that's Peter and Akon. And then for science policy, we have Yahaya Sule, and then the treasurer is Michael. As you can see in these elected officials, we are still in need of people. One, we need more representation across the entire West Africa. So we encourage more Nigerians, Liberians, Senegalese to join and be part of the executive. That is the only way we can work together as one. We are still interviewing. We would like to have more women, more ladies joining us. As you can see, the entire team currently are made of males, and we want as many women to join as possible. Also, we would like to have a range of expertise, so from bachelor's, master's, PhD students, and PhDs. We would like to have everybody as part of the team. So this group, the elected officials could grow literally to more than 20 people. And the idea is that there's so much we need to do to be able to work together and to coordinate. So this is a plea to everyone. If you are interested, you would like to be part, send your CV or cover letter to the general email, and Prince will get back to you and set up a meeting where we will discuss and then have you on board. So as many people as can join, please use this opportunity to join. As I said, we have reached a capacity of 71 members, and most of us are coming from Ghana and Nigeria. Okay, so where are we now? We have three things that we would like to start as an association. It is the goal for us. The first is to draft the society's constitution or bylaws, which will guide how we work together, how we operate, what are the terms of office, how long can people serve, who is an active member, who is a dormant member. We could assess all that, and that can be evaluated and be part of our bylaws. For every organization, the rules and guidelines are helpful and help us all to achieve our aims and objectives without a problem. So please, we would like to have a constitution committee, a small group. We sit down together, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We can form currently with the OneDrive or Google Drive. We can work on the page at our own pace. So someone who comes to the page on the drive, it is shared among all of us. It makes comment or write a small section, another person writes a small section. Collectively, we can complete the constitution or the bylaws in a very short time. But that is a group effort, and we all have to be on board. Secondly, we need to, as we keep growing, we can develop some policies on genetics across the sub-Saharan Africa. And one aspect that would be useful to all of us is we know genetics is changing. Genetics is changing the way we do medicine or in the healthcare sector. So, for instance, stem cell technology has advanced to the point where you can actually take your own fibroblasts, convert them into stem cells, and then differentiate them into a different thing. Very interesting area and different idea. Genetically modified crops or organisms has been something that has been going on the continent for a long time, and there are several discussions. We could contribute our knowledge to these discussions to improve the way we think of science or to educate the community. And finally, for a community like ours, it is not enough for us to be online and meet virtually. The goal is to organize workshops and conferences that will be hosted in partner countries so that we can all go to one country, meet, know each other, organize an interesting workshop pertaining to genetics, and then travel to other parts of the world and do a similar thing. So these are activities that are immediate, quick, and we can get them going. And I will highlight a few of them down the road. So the first one is an Africa-Europe Genetics Seminar. The idea of this seminar series is to connect geneticists who are in Europe with geneticists within our continent. And this meeting will be a monthly series. Our hope is to start somewhere in June or July. And we are now in conversations with our partner genetic societies in Europe so that we can have this series as quickly as possible. Okay. Next is there are some pending activities or conferences that are happening through our partner organizations and also from our end at Center Institute of Technology. So the first thing is that there is going to be an International Congress of Genetics. This association has been in existence for more than 100 years. Actually, the first Congress was in 1895, and it is held every 5 years, and it rotates globally across the world. It has never been hosted in Africa because we don't have a genetic society, where we have one in South Africa, but it moves from continent to continent, and it is hosted every 5 years. This year's meeting is in Australia, and it's an opportunity for us to be part of this meeting. as I said, because we don't have an association, we've not been literally been part. But this year, because we are starting a genetic society, we will have a representation at least the Genetic Society for West Africa and then the South African Genetic Society are both going to be there to start advocating for programs to be hosted in Africa within our respective societies. So, and then also we get to meet and interact with other genetics, the president and leaders of the various genetic societies and get them on board. So it's an interesting opportunity. We might not be able to participate fully as a team, but in future we can attend all these activities. The second event is the FASEP conference, which we are organizing in Ghana. This meeting is in partnership with the Federation of American Societies for Experimental Biology. And the idea is to encourage scientists and researchers from outside to all come to the African continent. It's the first time FASEP is coming to Africa, so it is a very exciting news, and we hope that as many of you as possible can attend. It's going to be at Accra at Alisa Hotel, and the meeting is from August 27th to September 1st. So please look at the deadlines, the schedule, and if you are interested, let us know, and then we work out how to get you there. The second event is happening right after the FASEP conference, and that is the DNA barcoding event. Okay, the DNA barcoding. This is in partnership with. This is in partnership with the Cold Spring Harbor in the US, and then the DNA Learning Center in Nigeria.
Using my own browser. I didn't use the thing.
Hello.
Hello, Charles. Please,
Charles,
can
you mute?
Hello, Charles. Yeah, please kindly mute yourself, okay?
All right. So we've the idea of the DNA barcoding or the genetic workshop is to have a hands-on training program right after the FASEP conference. So partners who are coming from the US and also from Nigeria who will be participating in the FASEP conference will have the opportunity to participate in the DNA barcoding and genetic workshop. That is going to be held at the Central Institute of Technology in Penny on 2nd September to 3rd September. Again, you're all invited to come in. At this workshop, people will be trained on how to extract DNA from plants, insects, fishes, and then this DNA that you extract will be sent for sequencing, and then the sequence result will be given back to us for analysis. So the key part of this training is that when you go for the DNA workshop, you learn how to do the extraction, the bioinformatics, and then the data that is generated at the end of the day, how to analyze it, and how does that goes into a publication. All that will be taught in this 2-day workshop. So it's going to be an intense one. It's open to senior high school teachers, university students, graduate students who want to learn this technique. It is open. The registration fee has been set to about 1,000 Ghana cedis, and you'll be hosted free, and then there will be accommodation and food provided during that time. So if you are interested, let us know and you can participate. And just yesterday or 2 days ago, we got another email from the Genetic Society of America. They are having a workshop on how new faculties can be trained to succeed in their role. The event is happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST, which will be somewhere close to 5 p.m. in Ghana time or GMT. So Prince is going to share this information after the meeting so that anyone who's interested in joining, it's a Zoom in, you can join the Zoom and learn about what is going on. Okay, so this is the final slide, and then we can have some discussion. We are creating a newsletter that will constantly inform you about things that are happening either across the globe or within the West African sub-region. So they'll be posting on jobs, funding opportunities, graduate school, things that or exchange programs, anything that's happening in the field of science, we will post them up there. And more importantly, as I said, for a society like ours, meetings, workshops, seminars, they are key. They help us to first meet and collaborate, and secondly, it's also a training opportunity for us to get hands-on experience on how things work. So with that said, I'll open the floor for questions and answers.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice hearing from you, and thanks so much for the good presentation, sir. So all well has been that has been said so far is very good and is very necessary for us to move forward as a society. I just want to seek for support of everyone of us to support the president so that we can achieve a lot of the goal. And also, I will advise if we can have a WhatsApp group for easy communication and for easy information, most especially all the meetings, timing, and everything. Thank you very much for your support and for all these great initiatives, sir.
Thank you, Prof. This nice to see you again. We will get in touch. And I'm happy to hear that. I agree that the WhatsApp group will be very helpful. So Prince and then the two coordinators can assist in setting it up for all of us. So I would advise probably after the meeting, we can all send a message to the group on WhatsApp, or it can even be shared here. People can type their phone numbers in the chat, and then that will be the beginning, and Prince can start putting all of us together. So I have just put mine on the chat in the chat. So people can share theirs in the chat or email Prince directly, and then you add them to the chat. Any other comments? Okay. So I've seen Prince's maybe sharing his contacts for people to reach out to him. I've shared you can reach out and then we can add you to the group. So in the next steps, we will, this 1 month, we are going to work with Prof and then our new members on the board to complete the bylaws, and then complete the establishment of the newsletter, so that each one of us can get regular updates about events, workshops, funding, any activity that can help them to or help us to work together. Everything will be discussed on the page. Okay. So with that said, if there are no more comments, I think I'm at least let me know if the update today has been helpful and you feel we are heading in the right direction. So I would like to hear from members what they think.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I just wanted to say that all what you said is very fine. It's encouraging and it's a nice initiative. And we would like to follow after this because it's nice to affiliate our own uh, biobanking and what is happening. Because maybe our diseases can be different from what's happening in the wild. We don't have to treat ourselves several of our very own herbs and our own medicines we have by it's very nice. And also, I think the chat, we the participants cannot use the chat, so we can't input our numbers. We have to send it somewhere. We can create the host. Thank you.
Okay. The line was breaking a little bit, but I got a gist of it. So we will, as I said, it is an opportunity for us to keep engaging and connecting with each other. For the resources, so you were talking, I think you were talking about biobank and access to those things. We are going to create on the website. So the website is something that is still under development and it needs some changes. So there's a section purely for resources. So you can go on the site and see the various resources that are out there. For instance, if you want to do microscopy, where can you get a microscopy facility to use? Cell sorting or flow cytometry, where can you get that? Sequencing machine or sequencer. We want to highlight all that on the website so that anybody can go and have access to it. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello. Yes, I heard you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I hope that's helpful.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
And also, I was saying that the chat on Microsoft, we the participants cannot activate it or we can't use it. Maybe we have to find a different way we can use to create the WhatsApp page because I don't think I can use the chat for you. It's not highlighted.
Oh, okay. On the Microsoft Teams, you could not do the chat.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is that after the meeting, Prince will send an email and requesting people who want to join join the WhatsApp group to type in their phone numbers, and then we will tabulate all of that information into the WhatsApp page. Okay. All right. So any more comments? Okay. So I will wrap up by saying that it's been a pleasure having a meeting today. Let's, if you are interested in participating, in joining, send us a message or an email, and then we'll be happy to have you. And especially, as I said earlier, we need more ladies on our team. Okay, so Uranus?
Yes, I wanted to ask that for me, I think it's a new project that is coming up, right? And I wanted to know whether maybe it is affiliated to the government or like that.
No, this is not affiliated with the government at all. It's purely being run by us. Actually, the reason why we have the association is normally it's a non-profit system, but it's like a network of geneticists across. Okay, it's a network. So the goal here is to bring all the geneticists together. So there's no governmental input. It's going to be purely run by us. The good part is that we are establishing that collaboration with other genetic societies where we can all work together. So we will support them and then they will support us. That is how the organization is going to be run.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. So I would say thank you all for making it to the meeting today. It's been a great meeting. We will connect again next month. Next month is going to be a different format altogether. We will have Prof giving us a short presentation. I'll give a short presentation. We will look at, hopefully we will have other presentations from other parts of West Africa. And then we will look at what are the challenges, the opportunities that exist across the sub-region, and then we will connect all of them together. All right, so thank you all.